chapter, right? Password.
Scope. Server 410.
Yesterday we created a receipt also, right? We will continue that only then. Is this our data?
Yes.
It was the latest. Okay. Now your next step will be here is AP invoice it is. So AP invoice is already created yesterday, but we did not observe that. So I'll show you how to do that. So the moment you submit that receipt, there is a receiving transaction process. So this is yesterday only we submitted. Followed by that, like there is another program will submit, that is an payable open interface import it is. If you look at here, check in the server. This one, okay. Receiving transaction processor it is. So this will call automatically pay on receipt auto invoice. We are talking about here. This program. Next is payables open interface import. So it will create invoice, AP invoice automatically. Now verify that AP invoice. So it is saying here receipts is not given anything, right? Supposed to give the AP invoice. So what I will do, I'll create a requisition again. Quickly we'll do everything, all the 3 steps. That's it. Now, if you look at here, it has submitted a couple of concurrent programs, that is receiving transaction processor, followed by pay on receipt. Three programs will be submitted sequentially, one by one it is. So let's see now, but we have to verify this payable open interface import it is. You will have to wait for a few seconds here. It's not giving invoice here. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just check from backend. Okay. Actually, this report should give. It's not created at all. Okay. So we'll focus on manual invoice. It is actually it needs to create an invoice automatically. We'll proceed based on a manual invoice. Okay. So to create a AP invoice, we can go here, invoices, entry, invoices. So this is called as a manual invoice. It's a workbench. It is invoice workbench. We'll call it as. Now I'm entering here advantage corp and your supplier site, and then your invoice date. Let's say today's date, your invoice number. That's why if you observe here, everyone created manual invoices, correct? Something went wrong, some setup. We'll see that. Your invoice amount is $5,000. Go to lines here, 5,000. Distributions, headers, lines, and then distributions. It is 5,000. Your account, payables account, save. Okay. Overall, 3 levels it is. So first level it is the table name is AP invoices. Obviously, line sol it is AP invoice line sol, and then distributions. This is an AP invoice distributions. Overall, 3 tables in this. AP account payable invoices are AP invoice lines are there are the three tables here. So obviously invoice side is the primary key here. Now, if you look at there is a status of invoice. The status of invoice here is never validated it is. So this we have to derive it. So to derive this, you can use your invoice number is 12345. Now, and RKD also we have to give for every operating unit. It must be unique. It is okay. Invoice ID is different and vendor ID. Vendor ID is also required. Vendor ID or vendor name. So vendors stored into AP suppliers. It is that is AP suppliers. Vendor ID is a join here. Both are based on same vendor ID it seems. Or different, right? Okay. This is your vendor name. This is your record. Okay. So now our requirement here is we need to derive the status of your invoice. Right now it is never validated. So straight away it will not be available in any one of the field it is. We have to derive through an API. So that API will call here. Okay. AP invoices utility PKC. This is the package. So AP invoice utility package dot get approval status it is. Yeah. So now it is converted to green. Okay. F4. You can see there are so many procedures. F is function, procedures and all. So you have to observe which is your field it is. So get approval status you can see somewhere or get validation status. This one, right? Yeah. So if you look at here, it is asking various parameters here. So all are input parameters here. IN means input it is. So overall 4 parameters you have to pass to this particular function, then only it will give you the status of your invoice. So now invoice sequentially you have to pass. You should not misplace these fields like invoice ID, amount, payment status, whether payment is done or not. And invoice type lookup code means what type of the invoice it is. Is it a standard invoice, paid memo, debit memo, what type of the invoice it is, that we have to pass as a parameter it is. Okay. Now invoice ID is the primary key of this particular table, AP invoice all table. And invoice amount you can see here somewhere here we have passed, correct? That is this one, invoice amount, and then payment. As of now payment is not done, correct? So overall 4 parameters: ID, amount, status flag, and what type of the invoice it is. Okay. Dot get approval status. So you'll be able to tell me the parameters in the sequence. invoice ID, right? Invoice amount, payment related, payment status flag, and one more invoice type lookup code it is. Status. Format this, we will come to know. It is never approved, right? But what is the value in the front end here? It is never validated. So we have to decode it here. Decode. There is a function here in the Oracle SQL. The function name here is decode. Decode is an if then else logic. So decode of this value is, the value is never approved. Okay, then we have to make it appear as never validated. That's it. Now we can say it is never validated. Actual value is never approved, but we have to change the representation as never validated. Now validation we can do in the form of two things here. One is validate button. You will get a message here. It's validated, right? Check. This query will not work now because we have mentioned a fixed decode function. You see, it's null value here right now. So we should check what is the value it is giving here. Comma. If you press F4 here, you can just go up here. As of now, what we have used, never approved, right? Value. Now validated means it is approved. So here only it is there. Just we are changing the representation. Approved. We are replacing as. This is extra, right? Is it? Validated. It's working, correct? Just add one value, that's it. Now, validation, I told you, we can do it two ways. One way is the workbench. This is called the workbench. Second way is there is one concurrent program. So concurrent program name is validate. Sorry. Invoice validation. This is a concurrent program. So by using this concurrent program, we can validate n number of invoices. So we can go with the option is all invoices, so and so date, like last week invoices. If you want to validate maybe 10 invoices, 20 invoices, then we can pass here from date and to date. Or for a particular only supplier, if you want to validate the invoices, we can go with the supplier. Or group wise, pay group wise. So these are all the pay group. It is Italy group, government group, foreign group, like that. Group wise invoices also we can do. Bulk invoices, if you want to validate, we can go with this program. That is invoice. Usually end users will do all. This is not our work, but we should have an idea. So how to do that, how many ways we can do that. So we are trying to understand the complete functionality of the application. Okay. We are talking about validation. So validation we can do in two methods. One is action workbench. The second one is concurrent program. Program name is invoice validation. Perfect. Now, if we keep on hold this invoice, it will change the value. Right now, I am changing the value. That is, or else I'll put on a hold. That would be better. Hold. Any reason I took randomly, because I need to change the status of it. Save. It is saying here needs revalidation, right? Again, we have to go up to see that particular value. We need to use needs reapproval, it seems, correct? Needs reapproval. Another value. Needs reapproval. We have to override as needs revalidation. Now format this query properly. Now you can easily understand. If your output is comes as never approved, replace this. Approved, replace this, like that. Okay. So there are two types of holds here. One hold is system hold. Other hold is here operations, means user hold. So two types of holds. If it is manual hold, means user hold, we can release easily like this. See, I just released it. Now if you go here, it's again changed to validated. Okay. So holds are two types. One is, this is the user actually. Any number of users can put on hold. So our system also will identify the discrepancy at the time also. System also will keep an hold invoice. So for example, here 5,000 is there, right? I made it is 4,000. Your changes to this invoice will cause the system overwriting manual. That's okay. Save. So now try to validate it. See, can you see here? There is a hold, correct? Hold held by a system. Your system is identified, there is a discrepancy. So the discrepancy here is, you can see, total of invoice lines does not equal to invoice amount. Here 4,000, but in the lines amount, how much it is? 5,000. There is a discrepancy. So the discrepancy, if your system identifies, it will keep on hold automatically, correct? But system holds, you cannot release it. See, if you try to release also, it will throw error. So read this error. You cannot manually release. Why? Because your system identified the discrepancy. That we, until unless you rectify that, it will not allow you to modify. If you go again validate, you will see it is validate. Clear? So how many types of holds? Two. One is system holds, other one is user holds. Username not, no need to mention, user holds. User holds we can release it, but system holds we cannot release it. Okay. Now, as of now, accounted is no. So click on actions, create accounting. We have three modes here: draft mode, final post mode. So I'm using final here. Draft we can create entries, final we can create entries, but we cannot transfer to GL. But here we can post also. So accounting has been successfully created for this transaction. That created transactions we can see into view accounting. These are all the two names here, accounting entry names. One is expense account, other one is liability account. One is debit account, other one is credit account. In O2C also we have seen this option, correct? So how to identify the tables behind this? In this OA framework page, we can go to about this page, then business component reference details. So after that, what we have to do? We have to choose any one of the VO, correct? Any one VO. VO means at the end we can say VO. VO object it is. VO object. VO means. So I'm using here this It looks clumsy, but just double click, copy, go to Toad. F. These are all the tables, right? These are all the tables you already aware in the O2C. XLA headers, lines, events, these are all correct. So these are all called as subledger accounting tables. Clear? SLA. Now, next is we'll have to make a payment here. Correct? For making a payment, there is an option here. Pay in full. Click on OK. Discounts. Then save again. Could take some changes here. Disbursement account I'm changing, selecting, as well as payment method is check. We have to select check. Now save. The moment you click on save, it has to pick the invoice from a workbench. Correct. This information is stored into a table that is AP checks all, and this one is AP invoice payments all. Checks all and AP invoice payments all. Two tables for payments. We are talking about here payment. Here. So almost we are about to finish P2P. AP checks all. One more is AP invoice. These are all. Now we have to combine this link between AP invoice and payment. This is the AP invoice table, you know already. AP invoice table is what it is. AP invoices are correct. Now I am adding here AP checks all, then AP invoice, right. SEA dot check ID. To combine with the invoice, we have to use invoice ID. Preparing query is very easy actually. You should know what tables we need to attach. So check number I need to display here. Column name, check. Table alias, I missed it actually. Your check number is what it is. Check number is 3. Can you just check number is correct or not? Document number is check number only. So this is the way we can derive the check number and payment number. So how many tables we have to combine here? AP invoice table and payment table, there are two. One is AP checks all, another one is AP invoice payments all. Okay, these two tables. Join between these two is check ID and invoice ID is another join. Now next is create accounting. Okay, here pending amount like AR, here also we can see into AR payment schedules all table. AP payment schedules all table. AP payment, this is another table. invoice ID. This is the invoice ID. You can see here payment amount remaining, how much it is? 0. Okay, we paid everything. 5,000 invoice amount, all 5,000 we made a payment. So there is no amount remaining at all. And there is no due date here. Your invoice currency, gross amount, the rest of the fields not required. Okay. This is a gross amount. Gross amount is the amount which we need to make a payment. So that's already paid here. So that's why there is no remaining column it is. Pending balances and all we can see into this particular table only. So the same table we have seen in AR also, like AR payment schedules all, correct? Now next step will be here is create accounting. Create accounting here also required. So because accounting is unprocessed right now, go to actions and then create accounting. The next is final. Click on OK. The same steps. We have to do a view accounting and find out the tables. Okay, online create accounting could not be created. Please as an error. Okay, address lines are having a problem here. Check, are there any flex fields here? Flex fields. There are some extra fields it is expecting here. Like this is called as a DFF. Okay, so it's not showing, right? So this address flex field, somewhere it is expecting here value. Okay, please enter the required value for address line 1 segment in the check address flex field. So where is address flex field here? That is my point. There are no additional fields. It's supposed to show in the show field here. See, it's not showing any new fields here. Anyway, we'll not be able to do this accounting for this payment at this moment. Else, I need to identify where exactly the address key flex field. This one I need to check. Please enter the required value for the address line 1 segment in the check address flex field. We should check where it exactly it is.
Partner address.
Where is that?
False.
This one? Corner? Is that correct? It seems this one. Yes. Address line 1 is a mandatory actually. That's why it is giving anything you can enter simply. Now it will allow you remit to account. this remit account. All new errors coming in this particular IP. I'm not sure. Save. Actions. So it doesn't contain the no entries. That's okay. This portion will skip it, not an issue. Okay. Only thing is we have to click on actions and then that accounting we have to do. Like O2C, what we have to do, how to transfer to the GL, there is a program. Do you remember the program? In O2C, same program only. Yes, correct. Transfer GL. Yes, within operations. Posting we'll see later. Like AR, here also same AP to SLA GL. So in AP, how many tables we have to combine, like AP invoice all, lines all? We have already seen, right? AP invoice, lines all, AP invoice, distributions all, and XLA tables. This subledger accounting, but table starts with XLA, but this one is subledger accounting. It is. Do you remember tables XLA? XLA.
Distributions.
Special links. This is a mandatory table. Perfect. So all these tables we have to combine. And GL side GL. Yeah, before that there is a major table, that is GL import references, GLG headers. Balance.
Batches.
Oh yeah, batches, I think not required. Let me see that. Okay, this is for payment actually. That's why payment tables are there. See, AP invoice payments all. Let's take this. Every query is already developed by Oracle. Just we should know how we are combining, what we are combining. Invoice ID. This one, right? It does not yet posted, right? I am just commenting this. Check it. Yeah, it's given data. Perfect. So this is how we can combine three modules like AP, subledger accounting, and amount also it has given 5,000 it is, and your accounting class, accounting liability account. These are all we have seen, right? Somewhere here we have seen this one, item expense account, liability account. So these are all we derived easily from a backend. Okay. So now observe the tables and joins. Or else I'll put in a Word document, Word pad, and we'll drill down. That would be better. Okay. Come. I'll just from GL, I'm coming back to AP, like how I drill down to AR in O2C. So first table is what it is in GL for combining this table, right? GL import references. So GL import references to GIR to what? Just check where is the where condition. GIR. This one. These two, right? GIR is means what it is? GL import references. And XAL. Any idea what is this? Lines. Perfect. XLAE lines. Just check in the from class. XLAE lines it is. This one. This is the second one it is. Okay. So from XLAE head lines to then again what you have to do? Go to headers. Those are all common only. AE header ID, AE line ID, whatever. This one. Next drill down is this one. This is the second step. First step is yellow color. Second step is this color. Then AE headers to what next? You can check. AE headers XAH to events it is. Event ID is the next third one. So we are coming from back from GL guys. Okay. Then from XLAE headers to what? Yes, transaction. 1 second. Not this one. This one. This is the third color. And after that, XLA transaction entity to invoice. Overall 4 levels it has to come back. Correct. Initially, we were in a GL from GL import references. Then we came back to XLAE lines. From XLAE lines to then what next? AE headers. Then AE headers to XLA transaction entities. Then after that, API AIM is AP invoices all. The column name is what is source ID into one. It's very important, guys. Drill down query it is. If something goes wrong in GL, we have to come back and check where it went wrong. Where it is stuck in SLA, or stuck in AP or payment level. Okay. And if you go to from class also, these are all known tables for you. Okay. The same thing we typed just before. Okay, one last step is pending. After general import, take this batch, go to so something went wrong anyway that you can adjust it, not an issue. Go to general ledger. Then inquiry, journal, batch name, same steps we have already seen in O2C. Only one entry is coming right here. Purchasing invoices entry is coming, but payment entry is not coming. That went wrong, right? So both entries are different, right? Invoice entry is different, payment entry is different. Therefore, go to journals and post. Fine. The next is post. After posting, your GL balances table will be updated. And you can verify in the inquiry, journal, last name, fine. It is unposted still because the program is still running it is. If you go requests find. Okay, posting is not submitted, it seems, right? I think we made it to submit again. Okay, yeah, correct. That's true. That's true. We have to check. We missed it. So here 2 points we missed actually. So one is after creating an invoice, okay, AP invoice. Here. So we missed few points. One is how to display AP open invoices. Open invoices means payment will be pending or payment will be partial. The next one is link between AP invoice and purchase order. So we created manually, that's why I did not explain to you, but usually the join between AP invoice distributions and PO distributions is PO distribution ID. So if you go here, code, PO distribution ID is the join condition. Definitely will develop somewhere in report or this is a join. If you want to combine purchase order and invoice table, PO distribution ID, like how we combine requisition and purchase orders, the same way we have to combine. Okay, that is the one thing we missed out. And the next one is how to display open invoices. Open invoices based on the payment status flag only we can identify. So go to our first query. I'm taking here AIA dot payment status flag. So payment status flag is Y. Payment is done now. If out of 5,000, if you paid only 3,000, then you will see a P for partial payment. So if it is not yet paid anything, then that comes under N it is. I'll show you. I'll create one invoice. Okay, first we'll verify this posting is done or not. Yeah, warning, single ledger warning. If you get single ledger warning, then there is a secondary ledger we need to identify. General ledger, IFRS. Here is the place setup, open, close. So 2 feature entries also we have to open. Right now only January, right? The rest of the future entries also we should open. That I'll open whenever I get a time. Invoices.
Before posting the subledger.
Yes, before posting it is correct. It is an intermediary between transaction modules and GL. So we can modify our own entries, we can modify amounts. That's why they introduced that subledger account. Okay, without line also header may exist. So lines I have not entered. Now, if you query this particular invoice, this one, what will be the status of payment? Any idea? So right now, why, right? It will be obviously no, not yet paid. It is not able to derive because this vendor is different. Column name, payment. Flag means yes or no, that's it. What is giving? Wrong. It is N. So how many values it has? Payment status flag? Three. What are they?
Yes, no.
Correct. P means partial, N means not yet paid, Y means paid. So by using that, we can identify the status of invoice, whether it is an open invoice or not. What is meant by open? Some partial payment is pending or fully payment is pending. That's called as an open invoice. So P2P is also over, guys. So till now, how many cycles completed? O2C, ISO, P2P, right? Drop shipment, back to back, RMU. These flows are pending now. So if you finish all this, then we can easily work on next step will be your XML publisher conversions workflow. That's it. Major syllabus is only this. Small topics, there are many. Okay. Conversions by conversions actually it is fully based on PLSQL. So if you have a time, daily take some time. Cursors, procedure, function, package, trigger, exception. These are all the topics. PLSQL is very easy actually. It's not that much tough, but you have to create on your own cursors, on your own procedures. On your own means like you can follow any website, but you have to type it. Then only you will come to know how to declare it, how to use it and all. So start today onwards, guys. If you want notes also, I can give you video notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days you can easily finish if you don't know PLSQL also. If you know PLSQL little, then I can make you easily understand the conversion topic. So sometimes 5,000 lines code also will be there that you have to understand. So to understand, at least you should have a syntaxes and uses. Start today. Today you fully focus on cursor for 3-4 hours. Then tomorrow procedure 2 hours like that. Okay. So these topics are important. And one more is advanced collections also like bulk collect, record types, PLSQL table type. These are also important. If you don't know PLSQL also, no worries. Start today. Any queries? I'm thinking to stop here. Yeah, interface conversions both are same. Interface is a regular scheduled transfer. Conversion is one-time process. Procedure wise same only.
Extensions, Madhu sir?
Extensions comes under forms and some new functionalities and all.
Okay.
So I'll give you overview, but extensions right now not required. Okay.
Okay. So you said that 100 questions will be given P2P and O2C. That notes is available in study material.
I started actually all this notes and all. So it will take time because
Okay.
I need to give a complete information. See, there's only questions I can easily share you, but answers I need to give you right like this. Okay.
Okay.
Just wait. It will not take much time because you already finished O2C. Just like 2-3 times, if you go through this, you will be able to easily understand. Nothing new. These are all there in the notes only, not new topics. Any queries, guys? Manohar, Shivacharan, Manisha.